welcome back to another episode of Brass and Beer. Today we're doing another antique firearm video on a gun that I'm very excited to do. It is a Colt Model 1878. It is a 12 gauge side-by-side double barrel shotgun. This one is chambered in 12 gauge. They did come in three different chambers. 12 and 10 I know is one of them, and the last one I think was a 16 if I remember correctly. I might be a little off on that. But again, right here in front of us, we do have the model 1878. Colt also made another model without the hammers that was a 1883. And again, the only difference there was just no hammers on it. So with that being said, we'll get into this specific model and what I have here in front of me. The barrel is a Damascus barrel, so a gun like this shouldn't be shot unless you have a special ammunition and you really know what you're doing when it comes to shooting it. If you put standard load ammunition in this, you could definitely risk serious injury or even death. You know, as far as the smokeless powder is just the pressure is just too much for these chambers. So I wouldn't recommend shooting a firearm like this. Again, just because that Damascus style barrel. Again, this was a 12 gauge. This specific gun was manufactured in the year 1880. I did some research on it and actually got it dialed down because of the serial number. It got dialed down to the exact year it was produced, which is 1880. The years produced for these guns were between the 1878 and 1889. And then, like I said, the other model that's hammerless had some different years in there too. So as far as the condition on this particular gun goes, it's not in super good condition. You can tell it's been used. I believe it's been dropped. I think one of the barrels up here is slightly dented. And the stock is fairly beat up. It's a pretty long gun. I don't know if I can get this whole thing on frame. But wood's beat up. The barrel's seen, better days. The front bead, I think there was once a bead sight on there. Now it's just a short little, I think it's like a brass stub or something on there. So that could be a little bit better. And then as far as the actions and everything, as far as I know, work. The value on a gun like this, it just depends on the actual condition of your own firearm. If you're looking for this video for the actual value on it, conditions definitely one of the biggest things. If it shoots or not, definitely helps out, or if it's ever even been shot. Condition on this one, like I said, probably if I had to rate it, I'm not an expert by any means, but just with my own eyes and the current condition I see, I would guess right around a 6 out of 10. And then with that value and compared to some of the ones I've seen online and how much they're selling for, I've seen a few of these actually sell for less than $1,000, which is a little bit shocking to me. I don't know if maybe there was some serious significant damage, maybe like a cracked stock or a barrel, something going wrong, big malfunction with the gun or something like that. I'm not really sure what was the case with those. But this particular one, the 12 gauge with the hammers, usually go anywhere from about $2,000 all the way up to $3,500, again, depending on condition. I would see this one selling something similar to this condition-wise, selling for about $2,500 online. So it does bring some good value, which is awesome. If you find something for cheap and you plan on selling it, you could definitely make some money on something like this because of the value that this gun can bring. As far as the 10 gauge goes, I believe the 10 gauge is a little bit more rare, so they go for a little bit more. 10 gauge, I actually saw one online. I mean, this thing was mint condition, 10 gauge. It had the 32-inch barrel, and it had quite a few add-ons that you could do from the manufacturer, from Colt. And that one was going for over $10,000. It was actually going for about $12,000. So I don't know if it actually ever sold, but I did see it going for about $12,000, which is, just insane to me. So this one, I think has a 30-inch barrel. It's 12 gauge. There's no extra factory add-ons that I know of. There is a metal plate on the back of the stock there. I think that even came factory from these guns, brand new from the factory. You could buy them for $18 actually. So, and then you could do multiple add-ons that were, blacksmith into the gun, which is really neat. And you could do that, and basically each little factory add-on would be a little bit more cost. I think the one that was going for like 12, that was a 10 gauge, that one had almost $100 worth of add-ons from the factory, which at that time, an $18 gun with $100 add-on, that's quite a bit. So you can get on the actual receiver itself, they could do like etching, which was really cool looking. So they could do that kind of stuff and do different style hammers and whatnot. So very cool rifle. It's a very cool piece of history that I have here. A few things to help you identify this gun if you see it in like a pawn shop or a estate sale or something along those lines. On the actual side of the firearm itself, it says Colts pt.f.a.mfg.co. So that's on both sides of the receiver there, right just kind of like below the chamber and the hammer. And that's really about it. You can, if you take off the bottom piece here, that's where you'll actually find a serial number. There's a few other serial numbers stamped on the gun itself. This is just one spot for them, so obviously you can go into the firearm itself and see if all your serial numbers are matching. Again, one is located on the bottom. Another one is located right here below the actual handguard itself. And then I believe there's one more on the barrel. Let's see if we take the barrel off. Right here on the inside, there is another serial number. And one more stamped again on the bottom of the barrel. So it's stamped in 3 different spots. If you have all matching, that is obviously a great sign. As far as the actions go, you do have a lever right here that breaks it so you can load and unload your ammunition. It does have an ejector, so you can go ahead, when it opens, it'll eject your shells for you. As far as the trigger goes, when you pull back the hammer, the front trigger pulls the right barrel, and then the rear trigger will fire the left barrel. So just a few little pieces of information for you there. Fairly simple side by side, pretty standard. There's nothing too complicated about it. I think it's a great piece, and I'm really happy to be doing the review. So if I missed anything, leave it down in the comments below for other people. But cool shotgun. It's a Colt Model 1878. I have the 30-inch barrel chambered in 12 gauge. So cool firearm. I would love to shoot something like this, but I know in my lifetime I'll probably never get to because of the ammunition. And I'm just not an expert when it comes to Colts or even, older firearms such as this one. So, I mean, this one, well over 100 years old. So that's really neat. And it's a piece of history that I think everyone should definitely be able to appreciate. So just thought I'd share it with you guys. I have a few other videos done in the antique firearm playlist, so you can go ahead and check those out. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see other cool antique firearms or new firearm videos. I do a little bit of everything, DIY projects, reviews, shooting videos, antique guns like this. So give me a subscribe. Like this video if you like the gun and if you like the content. Again, leave a comment down below if you have anything else to add. And last but not least, I'm starting to break into the social media game, so you can give me a follow on Instagram and Twitter, just @BrassandBeer, and then Facebook is just Brass and Beer. So pretty straightforward. Just trying to build up the social media and just kind of build Brass and Beer up for everyone to enjoy. So thanks for watching.